Hi, people. From a slightly different place with plenty of bottled water, bottles of water, and yeah, long story, never mind. Um, yeah, I wanted to talk today about the weird, extremely weird phase where people find themselves when you are almost there, but you are not. So you actually feel a lot better, but you've been sick for so many years that you start or you want to restart your life and you don't even know how, because probably, at least where I am, we do not have like any financial support or any kind. Basically, if you do not have family or people helping you, you are fucked. But when you start recovering, and it took you almost a decade, and it's just weird because you're not well enough to do everything that everyone else is doing. You probably lost your, I don't know, family members because they didn't understand, or friends, people around you, your life, your business, whatever it is, no? So, man, I mean, it is just as hard as everything else. So, yeah, it does take a while to kind of adjust to it. And I've been thinking about this and thinking of how many people will find themselves in this position. And unless you have a lot of support, because the thing is, you're not fully there, so you can fall very fast and go back to hell, and at the same time you still depend on everything you take, everything you do, and it's a lot. So yeah, things like having a car so you can move around, keeping a safe place so your immune system finishes off, I mean heals, no, because you're still not fully there. Lowering everything, all the supplements and things you take slow, so you adjust to things. It is a lot, and quite honestly, it is hard because that's when you realize all the time that you lost, which in fact you also gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of stuff. But let's face it, now you look around, and then suddenly you realize you're the age you are, and that your friends have families and kids and whatever. It's not like I was planning to have a normal life to start with, or what they call normal anyway. um, and also obviously you need to adjust the life you're going to have, in a way and a pace that you can actually keep to be healthy, no, so you cannot live like before. So I mean, it is a hard one, and this is where I am at the moment, which is like trying to find a way to live which allows me not to fall again, to keep a safe place, to keep all the meds I do, because man, it took me a decade to get to this point. It's been a brutal fight, and obviously I don't want to fall again. So yeah, that was just the thought, no? So in your case, anyone that's been coming off this all this long term, I don't want to call it chronic because it's not a chronic thing. It's more of a long term toxicity, that you have to get back the equilibrium, let's say, right? So say, yeah, what have you done? How was your experience? And I mean, something that we learn through this is how to actually manifest things. So thinking what we actually want to do and how we want to do it, and how do we imagine, like for instance, when I was really sick and I wasn't able to walk, I was thinking and feeling, because it's not just about thinking, you actually have to feel these things. And I used to feel like I was dancing in a festival and swimming in the sea and walking around, and I was feeling fantastic, even though I couldn't even move my legs or even think, right? But that was the way I did it. And then very slowly that became reality, even though I still have some fatigue left over, whatever. But yeah, same happens with the people you're going to meet, the people that, obviously you want to build a tribe. And this is something that I mean, this society is lacking a tribe, which I believe is one of the reasons why we get so sick in the first place. We are lacking where we belong. So many people feel alone when in fact we shouldn't be. We are social creatures, and when you heal from this disease, because you have to get out of cities and live in, usually nature, and yeah, there are communities, and I'm happy I've been in one of them, but you need more like close proximity support and a tribe and a feeling of belonging. And this is really, really, really important. And for some reason, we lost this in society. And when you get sick, people tend to put you away. And thanks God for, in my case, my mom, and the very few that stayed with me in the distance, every and here with, it's just so important. And then that somehow you start thinking all these things, which it's incredible, the fact that you can actually think them, but in fact you are not able to do everything at once, obviously, or you would crash again, which makes. So yeah, be careful in this phase, because obviously you want to live your life, everything is fantastic at the same time, because you feel almost good or good, even though I have, still have some bad days going on, especially in spring and detoxing. It's hard. It's really hard, because you also have this weird feeling that you might relapse, that what's going to happen if I relapse, all this. And all this is really tough. It's just really tough. So yeah, how was your coming out of this? Because this is not a disease, let's call it, that you'd heal and that's that, it's a lifestyle. It actually is, where you have to really fully come out of it and then maintain it. um, if not, you relapse back to zero, and after what I lived, I swear that I'm not gonna do that, like, no way. So yeah, let me know what you've done, how you done it, what helped you, how, all these things, because, and also I would love to meet other like-minded people to kind of form a tribe with, that we can understand each other, that we can create things, that we can help other people heal, and so on. And yeah, so yeah, that was just, I guess, a random thought video about this healing phase, because everybody talks about the survival, and you spend even years trying to think how your life is going to be when you feel well, and you think that just because you're going to feel well, that will be it. And the reality is that, yeah, you feel almost well, but not, and relying on all these and people, and yet your life is at zero with nothing. I mean, at the same time, many people my age no longer have any aspiration or anything like that, because they've done it all and they think, that's it. So I start from zero, like if I was a teenager, So I mean, yeah, why not? Good. Uh, so I guess it's got its good and bad things, and we have to be really, really careful, and the people around us and everything we do, so we, go back to fully being ourselves. And yeah, so again, thanks for watching. Let me know if you've been through it. How was your experience in this phase of the healing? And I'll see you next time.